So, Dr. Disrespect. Does he know what's going on? Does he know why he's been banned? And we'll be looking at why this bit of body language, this bit of body language, and this bit of body language could be all that you need to know about what Dr. Disrespect is hiding from the public. All will be revealed in this video, and remember, biology does not lie. What we're seeing here is real-time, autonomous type reactions. That is simply very hard to be faked to the level that we see Dr. Disrespect displaying. So welcome back to the Believe in Bruce channel, the channel where we help you get inside your head and heart so you can think, feel and act that little bit better. If you're interested in body language, psychology, mental health, well-being, self-development, anything along those lines, then please show the channel some love and subscribe below and give me a thumbs up. And please feel free to use this content. No copyright claims from myself. Share the hell out of this video, because I think in the gaming community, with the amount of messages that I've had asking me to do this body language analysis, I think there's a lot of interest around about, what is actually going on here, and is Dr. Disrespect hiding something from us? Is he keeping something internally? When it lands, it could absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, blow up. So first of all, getting straight into it, we need to look at Dr. Disrespect's normal, what's called emotional baseline. Because what you see from when he picks his phone up is there's a huge change in what's called an emotional baseline behaviour. So here's a little clip here where he seems to be talking, engaging, there's a nice flow, there's a nice cadence, his words are coming out, his words are well formed as well.
Goddamn mouth. Doctor, I think you missed my last donation. But fear not, here's another. I'm making one for you soon. I'll hit you up on a pager later. See you soon, Doc. And it's a link to a picture, Danger Cop with a $5 donation. I'm looking at it.
When the phone comes out though, that changes. And what we're doing with an emotional baseline is we are looking for, what does he do more of?
For real
What does he do less of? What does he speed up? What does he slow down in relation to that emotional baseline? And it's interesting because the first point, and again, this is what a lot of people message me about, he receives some type of information or something happens, more factually, something happens with his phone and then it all changes. And what I would like you to do is watch out for what I'm about to explain here, these body language observations, that if you know what you're looking for, you can start to dig that little bit deeper. So what you'll see here is Dr. Disrespect receives something on his phone. I don't know if it's a text, I don't know if it's an email, I don't know. But there is something on his phone that his brain picks up as a threat. Because then what you see him automatically do is he does a thing called lip compression. Yeah. Now what lip compression is a universal, universal sign for I want to say something, but I'm stopping myself. But there's an energy there. There's an internal, what I call the Hulk. Yeah, there's an internal energy that comes out, but he's stopping himself. So what is he stopping himself saying at that particular point? And what you get here is also called the behavioural cluster. You've had the phone come out. His brain's registered something. The amygdala has probably detected a threat. That's why you've got the energy for the lip compression. But now what you've got is a thing called the behavioural cluster. Because what you also see, if you notice his throat, there's a deep swallow, and you will recognise this. I recognise this. We've all had it in a threatening situation where the globus reaction, it's that swallow because we've detected a threat. Now the important thing is this is autonomous, and it's autonomous and he's detected a threat. He's not looking at thinking, oh, like as in curious, I wonder what this is. Why have I been banned from Twitch? Oh, I don't understand this message. I need to inquire more. No, it's almost if something's landed that he knew was coming out, that he knew was going to be made public, because that's what we see. We see the threat reaction, the lip compression and the globus sensation. So this is where this comes in. Now for those people who've been on the Believe in Bruce channel for a while, you'll recognise what I'm about to say, and hopefully that's the idea why I'm putting it out there, so you can recognise your own body language. But the amygdala, the seat of fear, the fight or flight area of the brain, has detected a threat. Now that amygdala has taken over from the cortex, the rational side of the brain. It then starts talking to the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus starts talking to the pituitary glands. The pituitary glands start talking to the adrenal glands. This is where you see these reactions start coming from, and adrenaline is present throughout the rest of the video in certain forms that I'm about to show you. And then straight after that, he goes into what I would call an obituary. It's like, come on, I'm loving the confidence, you know, please keep it going. It's almost if he's talking to himself. He sees the end in sight.
That's what I'm talking about. The self-confidence of the Champions Club, it's at an all-time high, and don't ever stop. Please, don't ever stop.
This is like, I feel really upset and my throat just tightened. He has to be seeing the threat in order to feel these emotions. This one you'll hear him say, you know, you've got to be strong. But it's followed by what we call a self-soothe. And if you look, he self-soothes the inside of his cheek. Now a self-soothe.
You got to be strong in this world, man.
Sometimes you see people just rub, hey, come on. You know, when you rub yourself or you rub your chest, or some people stroke their hair. But the idea is that he's self-soothing the inside of his cheek. And I believe that he's actually talking to himself. You know, you've got to be strong here. Followed by that behavioural cluster of a self-soothe. Generally, he is feeling extreme emotion at this particular point here. And that's interesting, he's not getting angry. All right, he's not getting angry. If something had come out, or, you know, if you had received an email or whatever it is from Twitch, I don't even know the platform, but to say that your channel is being taken down or something, and you didn't know what was going on, you'd be in, what the hell's going on? Yeah, 2 seconds, guys and girls, I've got to go and have a look, I've got to come back, I've got to do this, oh, I'm not sure what's going on. No, there's nothing there. Whatever he's read resonates with him enough that his amygdala has taken over and he's gone into threat mode. It's a bit like when you've been caught out doing something. Because your fight or flight system kicks in, your ability to see that wider picture and act in a rational way is greatly reduced. Because you're in fight or flight mode, that's what it is, fight or flight mode. We can do limited things because our brain sees the threat. So what is it that has actually been presented to him that has taken over his emotional capabilities, that he's just in this zone? It's as if he's almost accepting of it, and he's now trying to find a way out, like almost trying to process, okay, how do I deal with this? What's going on? It's like out of my control now. I'm trying to grasp it, but there's just too much stuff going on here. Now, what's interesting here, he talks about David Icke as part of his stream. But what I want you to do is just notice the facial contortions that he pulls within this little clip here.
What's this guy? Icke, I-C-K-E. Older gentleman.
And this is him taking out his own frustration on himself. There's frustration, there's questions, there's anger, there's disappointment. But if you just watch the, you know, forget the David Icke thing, and just watch the number of times his face changes. Again, this is adrenaline, this is questioning, this is fear all coming through. But since that data was presented on his phone, now we've got a huge flip in baseline behaviour. He's also then here speaking about that he's bought a book, and he said, and I'm presuming it's his partner, whoever it is. He says, actually, I didn't buy it, it was Miss Assassin or something. Again, forgive me if I've got the names incorrect. But then it looks as if somebody approaches him. And again, here now he is in performance mode. So remember, entertainment and performance is different. Entertaining is what we had at the start. He is in his character, he is full flow. And now he's what's called performance. It's what I call the lights are on but nobody's home. His mind is elsewhere. He's trying to keep that going, but his mind, it's almost if when you're talking to somebody and they're on a mobile phone and they're trying to scroll through and you're trying to talk to them, and they're sort of coming back, and you know, you've said it's Tuesday and they say it's Wednesday, or 33 and they say yeah 72. They're not there. It's exactly the same psychological condition that Dr. Disrespect is experiencing and displaying at this particular time. He's not there. The lights are on, but nobody's home. And then when somebody approaches him, he sort of waves them off. But then he starts mumbling to himself. Mumbling to himself.
I actually bought Mrs. Assassin bought the book, actually, not me. I shouldn't take the credit. She's staring at me right now with a blade saying, I did.
Again, we've never seen this displayed before. It's not his emotional baseline behaviour. It's as if he's having a conversation, not with the person who's approached him, not with his audience, but himself. And I would hazard a guess, and it is just a guess, that he's trying to start to what I would call narrate. He's trying to verbalise some type of thing that he's seen at that particular time. He believes that he's lost control. That's why we are seeing the body language observations that are on display for all to see within this video. And then the last one here that I would like to cover, it is the old Pinocchio moment. Now again, within body language, I always get people asking me, believe in Bruce. You know, what is the biggest giveaway that someone's lying? And you can't, and I will explain this again, you cannot 100% say if somebody's lying or not. I need to get that out there. What you can do, however, is notice if someone is comfortable or uncomfortable. Comfort versus discomfort is it's called in the body language reading world, all right? And one of the biggest indicators, one of the biggest KPIs that you've got is if you're talking to somebody, you ask them a question or they're talking to you, and it's a little twitch of the nose, just that, literally the Pinocchio moment, just a little touch. You know, have you done this? Yeah, I've done it. All right, was that you? No, it wasn't me. Because the nerve endings in the nose light up the fire and we get that itch sensation. So if you're asking anybody a question and they do this and you see them doing that, that's a big indicator to actually not move on that point, but maybe ask them some more questions about what's going on at that particular time. Ask around it in order to delve down into why they felt a little bit uncomfort. And this is what you see here, Dr. Disrespect. It's just the subtle rub of his nose, and again, emotional baseline behaviour. And it's not about having an itchy nose or not, okay? We need to put that to bed. He's never done it before in the whole of this video, then all of a sudden he goes into a reflective mood, rubs that nose, and then the hands go on here. What is he thinking about that's making him uncomfortable in order for him then to remember two things? It's a supportive hand gesture, supportive.
An MMORPG for real fantasy fans. No cartoons, no bubbles.
So when we look at the self-soothe, when we look at the globus sensation, when we look at the lip compression, the touch of the nose followed by the reflective pause, all of this indicates quite clear, remember biology doesn't lie, that if I had to hazard a guess here, I don't know what's gone on, but I would say that Dr. Disrespect knows exactly what's gone on. He knows what's going on. Never mind the tweets that he's put out there. He knows 100% what is going on. So again, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it factual and also very fair and balanced as well. If there is any other information you would like, please comment below. Send me a link. If there's any other videos that you want me to have a look at, brilliant. Again, comment below. But above everything else, believe in Bruce. Remember to be kind to yourselves and each other.